Alright, in this example here we're going to check out the bulk friend request feature. As you can see, there's a few different panels on the screen here. The first one is your recipients panel, and this is who you're actually going to send your friend request to. So if we click on the add recipients button, what you can do is pick a list of people that you want to send to, for example your gathered users. Down below you can see that Tube Toolbox will not send to anybody who's already your friend or who you've ever sent a friend request to. Down below you can limit the number of recipients if you want for any reason, or put them in a specific order here, alphabetical or random. Once you have your list, you can see we have 1054 in this particular list. Click OK. Now you can see all your recipients populated on the left hand side here. One note, down below it says add single recipient, so this is good if you ever want to test out Tube Toolbox and make sure everything's working smoothly. Instead of selecting an entire list of recipients, you can always just click add single recipient, type in one name, for example one of your other YouTube accounts, and just send a single friend request to another YouTube account of your own, and then you can see if it's actually working. Alright, the next box up here is automatically subscribe to each channel after sending friend request, and that's pretty self-explanatory. It'll just subscribe to every channel on the list here as you go through sending friend requests. Next we have the send delay, and that is the amount of time that Tube Toolbox will wait in between each friend request that it sends out. You can have a minimum and maximum, and it'll pick a value between those two each time. So for example, in this list here, it's going to send a friend request to the Wealth Vision. Then it's going to wait somewhere between 42 seconds and a minute and 26 seconds. Then it's going to send a friend request to Ocean BR ZCA. Then it's going to wait again 42 to a minute 26. Then it's going to send to the next person, and then wait again, send to the next person. And the reason that's in there is to help follow YouTube's terms of service, so it's not continually sending right after another. The other thing is that YouTube actually limits the number of friend requests you can send per day, and so by having this time in between each one, it makes sure that we hit their servers the least amount of time possible while still maximizing your friend requests. So it's kind of a win-win where Tube Toolbox doesn't hit their servers very much, and you still get the most sent out per day possible. Down below we have some filter options. So before each friend request is sent, it'll see if the person matches your filter here, and this is completely optional. For example, you could say only send to people who have less than 10,000 friends. So this is kind of good. This is one particular filter that's good because if somebody has more than 10,000 friends, then it means they probably don't have time to check out your channel because they have too many friends and they're too busy already. You can also limit by the last time they logged in. So if this particular user hasn't logged into YouTube in more than a year, then it's probably a good idea to skip them because they're not really active in the YouTube community. So once you have your filters, we got recipients and our min-max delay here. We simply click start sending, and it'll start sending your friend requests. So now this is the sending status screen. You can see that it was successful sending a friend request to Wealth Vision. If anything's not successful, it'll give you a reason why. For example, the person closed their channel and you can't send to them anymore. Up top we have a little status message, so it's waiting for our send delay. I think ours was like between 42 seconds and a minute and 20, so you can see on the right hand side that it's waiting a minute and 1 second here. Then we have our sending totals. We have 1,054 to send total. We've sent one so far. There's how many remaining, successful, failures, skipped. skipped is usually because they were filtered out. If we set a filter, gives you a start time, elapsed time, who's coming up next. A few good features are you can minimize the window or hide it in your system tray and it just runs in the background. Alright, so here's one example with Ocean BRZCA. It realized that that person is already your friend, so it doesn't try to send a friend request to them, it just jumps to the next person in line. If you ever have problems with this screen, we have this other tab. Well, first of all, you can change your send delay if you want while it's running. But if you ever have problems like some failure unknowns where Tube Toolbox couldn't figure out why it failed, on this other tab there's this information here that you can send to us, and this will kind of help us figure out the problem and get out a new release to fix it for you. And you can always pause your sending and resume it or stop it. So that's the basics.